So I just turned Gordon Ramsay's ultimate steak sandwich into a Smashburger, and this spicy tomato relish might be one of the best toppings I've ever put on one of my burgers. And if you want to make this burger, the first thing we need to do is make the sauce, which is about a half a cup of Hellmann's mayo mixed with whole grain mustard, a little fresh thyme, and a pinch of salt. And after you mix that up, just toss it in the fridge for a little bit while we work on the spicy tomato relish. And that's going to start with a pan over medium heat with a couple tablespoons of gratia olive oil. Then we're going to cook down and soften some diced shallots and a Fresno chili for just a few minutes before we add in the halved cherry tomatoes. And you can use any kind of cherry tomato, but I really like using these multicolored blends. It just looks so much better when it's finished. Now for the first 5 to 7 minutes, we're really just looking for these tomatoes to start to break down. And once they do, just use a wooden spoon to smash them down before we add in the cherry vinegar and let this entire mixture stew down and start to thicken up. And that's going to take anywhere from about 5 to 10 minutes. And when you get this to the consistency you like, just cut off the heat and then we're going to stir in some thinly sliced basil. It adds the perfect finishing touch to this relish, which is one of my favorite things to pair with a steak. And that's honestly why I knew this sandwich would work so well as a Smashburger. And the reason I always use 75-25 ground beef is I get that perfect balance of juiciness while still getting that deep steak-like crust every single time. And after we get these seasoned up, flipped over, and some cheese melted down on the burgers, it's time to get them stacked up so we can put this thing together. And that means we're going to start with a toasted brioche bun covered in our burger sauce, followed by a handful of arugula and 2 of our smash patties with cheese. Then we're going to pile on some of that spicy tomato relish before we add the top bun that has even more of that amazing burger sauce. And even though it's very similar to Gordon's ultimate steak sandwich, there's just something about a burger that hits different. And that's exactly why I wanted to try this. Oh my god, that's so good.